Gun shot.
Yeah, come. Yeah. What it does, what is poppin', what is crackin' lackin', everybody. My name is International C.
My name is Naughty by Nature Nosh Dog. How you going?
Oh, I am also soon to be International Dahn.
Welcome.
Soon to be.
Soon to be. And welcome to episode 122 of Motherfucking Bad Habits Podcast. We in the fucking building. I probably should have said that. Make the noise.
Clap, yeah.
Clap. There we go.
We did it. We got there.
We made it happen. How
We
you
did
fellas
it.
doing?
We
How you
did it.
cunts doing? What's cracking? What's news?
Yes, what?
Man,
What's
Splash?
news? What's news? Yeah, everyone's good.
Everyone's good.
I'm good.
Good.
Everyone's good. That's enough. And yeah, work,
That's
you know.
enough.
Moving
That's
along.
what it is.
Good. All right, cool then. Let's get into the pod.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Let's get into the pod. Yeah, no, honestly, it's just work. That's my life. Work and studying and shit. You know, I had a really chilled one today. Played games with my friends and shit.
Fucking
And
good.
yeah, it's been chilled, isn't it?
Kind of games,
Not
Daniel.
much going on. I played a soccer game, dude.
Soccer
Oh,
game,
yeah,
like
eh?
real life, like IRL, fam.
Not IRL, nah.
Oh,
On the
fuck's sake.
PlayStation.
On the
PlayStation. I don't play
computers.
real life sports. It's too cold outside.
That's a good
It
point.
was snowing today.
Really?
Was it?
Heavy
What's
snow from last night, like 20 centimeters. Crazy snow.
Fuck.
But I'm thinking it might be the last one, but it doesn't matter because I'll be in Miami soon, so fuck it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Fuck. I was outside wearing a t-shirt today. Here.
What?
I was doing recycling and going back and forth and just wearing a t-shirt. Like
Shit.
it's I think it was like 11 or 12 degrees. All the snow's basically
what?
gone.
That
Yeah.
is insane.
Yeah, fucking fire.
Fuck, man, that sucks.
Wow.
Quebec is rough, bro.
Enjoy.
Like it's a rough life. It really truly is.
Yeah. I'm hoping very soon I won't have to be here. Give me a
Well-
month. Give me a month. That's my
A month?
countdown. Give me a month, please.
Well, May 1st. That's the aim.
I'm praying May 1st. That's the goal.
Yeah, send some
That's the
energy
goal.
from the infant lord.
That hole is the goal. Yes. I'm very excited.
And what a hole
very
that
excited.
is.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
nothing else
How
funny.
is no, nothing from my end. Honestly, I've just been just work and just YouTube and nothing else really. Just some Twitch streamer Kai Cenat, he recently reached 300,000 subs, and I watched his documentary about it because he did a 30-day non-stop streaming thing. So I watched a documentary about that, which is pretty sick. And I started watching Love Is Blind, new season, which has already come out, which is super weird.
Pause.
But I watched all 4 episodes.
Don't
was it
spoil
4
the last
episodes
one.
or was it 5?
I think it was 4. We watched 3. I think we got 1 more to go. It's
please don't
weird.
spoil it.
Okay, cool.
Shut
Okay.
up.
Are they outside the pods on yours? New episodes?
Pardon?
Are they outside the pods already on your episodes?
Yes, they just got to. We watched it late last night, so they left. There's only 5 couples, and they did the usual Mexico thing. And
Cute.
Yes.
yeah, they were. Then we're just watching and criticizing them all because that's what you do. You just go, "You fucking idiot, man! She's a
what
fucking
you do.
idiot." It's
what you
this season. It's interesting. I saw a bunch of the names trending on Twitter, and I didn't want to click on it yet because I haven't watched the last
No.
one.
Mhm.
But it's an interesting one. I feel like it's one. These people, man, they're kind of genius, eh? The way they set this whole
Yeah.
empire
honestly.
of reality shows up. Like they must be
It's
just
crazy.
raking it in.
No, there must be.
Wow.
Nick Lachey and Vanessa, the evil
Yeah.
geniuses.
Dead ass.
But
You
fuck
can't help
it, we
yourself.
love it.
And Succession comes
We
back
love
tonight. The series 5.
I've
whatever it is.
never watched it, but I've been told to watch it.
It's probably top 5, maybe even top 3 of all time.
I've been told it's so good, yeah.
Spectacular. Just so well acted.
Okay.
Everything. And it's like savage. They're just such cunts. It's awesome. It's really,
keen.
really good.
Okay.
Good TV.
Yeah,
too.
fuck it, yeah. I'll start it. How are you guys
Yeah.
in
Nosh.
Australia and stuff?
And yeah, how's Australia going, Nosh? What's going on?
How's Australia?
How's Australia? I don't know.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. I haven't been there in fucking like 6 years. Can't shit.
In a minute, can't fuck. It's all right. Yeah, I guess
Shit.
it's going all right, mate. Yeah,
Well,
cunts
fuck.
are living there still, so I guess it's going all right. You know what I mean?
Guess it's
You know what I
alright. Guess it's alright. Yeah. Fair enough. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
It's a good way to look at it.
Because she
like
can
that.
go, like, this cunt's there, she should be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck.
what have I been saying? So, been a good week, man. Fuck. Been busy, working my tits off. I made some beats. I made a few beats with, I had made a couple of beats in January and I kind of like finished one off and made a new one and then started the next one. And the next day I kind of finished it. So all of a sudden I had 3 beats and I'm like, yeah, fucking 2023, let's go. So I threw up notionbeats.com.
Not bad.
There's the 2023 folder and there's a few beats in there and I'm going to continue to make some more. I'm super pumped on one of them because there's lots of layers to it and it builds up real sexy and I played the bass line like a fucking mad cunt and it took me like 2 goes. So I was stoked on that for like a week. For the whole week, I was, because like, you know, I play all my, if not, I play like most of them, if not all of them, bass lines. Sometimes I sample and rearrange, but usually I play it on the keyboard. And it's like, yeah, so I love when I get like a good one that's got lots of variation and kind of like is a different pocket to the sample. So I'm just learning how to get better at bass. And sometimes it's a fluke, and sometimes I got to like I'll put something down and then I'll just click and change it in the MIDI piano roll or whatever. But yeah, I was getting better at the beats. It was really fun to make those because it's been a couple of months since I sat down and gave it a solid crack because I've been busy with the mountain bike YouTube stuff. So yeah, busy week for that too. I found another folder on my hard drive and I got like another bit of content out. I went on a fresh ride and got some brand new content, and I went on a ride just a couple of hours ago and got some more. So I'm doing the urban adventures segment, which is me riding on my city bike around and just showing people beautiful views at particular times in Toronto and stuff, like whether it's, you know, trails that go through the forest and shit, or you're at the beach, or you go through a fun section of the city. I'm just kind of like going to do a bit more of a extra angle of the Notion MTV YouTube channel. So yeah, I think I was talking to you, C, about the urban adventures. Is that right? Yeah.
Yes.
So that was sick. That was really cool, man. Like I ordered a custom cap. There's this company called Custom Caps with a K, and the cap is on top of your stem, like where your handlebars attached to your upright, to, you know, that part that's the down tube. Anyway, that's not even the right term. Anyway, so where the handlebars connect to the top of the bike, that's like the stem cap. And there's a company that just makes fun designs there. So my slogan for my Notion MTB channel was "Get a trail up here," which is like get a dog up here, like get a beer in ya, you know, the Aussie slang.
It's
so
like
yeah,
nice
get a trail up here.
the brands.
Yeah, it connects everything together. Like it's just so perfect. I can't believe that just, you know, popped around. And so that's going to be
I actually
my
watched.
thing.
I watched one of your videos recently.
Oh, sweet. Thanks, cunt.
Which one?
I watched the Spring in Toronto, the Dahn block one.
Nice. Yeah, that's the first one of the first
you
actual
riding
ride of
on.
this year.
I saw you riding on a lot of snow, and I was surprised you didn't crash. I think you were quite surprised you didn't crash actually, but it was good. It was good
Straight
shit.
up ice and slush. Yeah, it was quite a little dicey ride, but it was fun, man. That was a beautiful day and a really good ride. It was cold, but
It looked good.
yeah, it's got a great response. That video has got more views in 2 weeks than the other ones get in a month. So that's a good sign.
Wow.
That's the one I watched too, Dan. And I think it was on Wednesday.
nice.
I watched it, and I watched the whole way through because I'd sort of seen snippets of everything. I watched all the reels and stuff, but I hadn't seen like the full videos yet. And I just happened to see that one. I was like, let me just check this one the fuck out. And I was like very, very, very impressed with the pacing. I was telling Nosh, I was texting while I was watching it. I was like, yeah, the pacing was fire. The talking and the sort of like explaining, you know, even just changing up of scenes where there was like got to like the supermarket and met the homie and like showing the bike and then like explaining some parts of the bike and maybe just, I don't know, it was like an engaging thing the whole way through. For someone who doesn't know anything about it, I didn't really feel that it was out of my reach to understand what was going on, because I know when there's, you know what I'm saying, like niche topics. I think sometimes the beer stuff, you need to have a foundational knowledge. Like you couldn't watch us review beers. You'd be like, what are these words? Someone commented on the BOS one recently. I don't know if you saw it, Dan, maybe because you haven't been doing the stuff as much lately because we're so far ahead. And someone was commenting like, hey, like they were nice, but they were like, I know you speak in English and I know what those words mean individually, but when you say them like that, I have no fucking clue what you mean. So I think beer is very particular with that, but I didn't feel like I needed that. Anyway, it was like more of that's like, you know,
that's really
props
good
to you
feedback,
for
actually.
that.
Because bikes are pretty reachable. They're like, as far as like as far as sport, like it can be a very expensive sport to get into, but like, you know, the entry fee to getting on a bike and riding in like that sort of world is fairly like cheap and like, you know, whatever. But like the beer world, like you said, you have to have a foundation to the terminology at least to know what the fuck. Because like when you explain certain beers, I've seen a lot of the reels. I fucking like them on my thing. So like you have lots of really complex but very uh, detailed notes about it. And sometimes, yeah, a new person could be like, "What the fuck does that mean?" Unless you've had it, though, unless you've drank those kind of beers or whatever, and had, yeah, those notes are hard to come across for a noob, I guess. But
There's
bikes,
so many layers with beer. That's the thing, and I feel like
Mm.
there's not as many layers with bike riding. So it's kind of just like
yeah, straight up.
if you say the terms, I would just get it. Although I do feel like, even though I do know how to ride a bike, I feel like when I watch you, I feel like I don't know how to actually ride a bike. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like
I feel
the
like I
next
don't
level of the
actually know how
hobby.
to ride a bike.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
taking
Yeah,
the shit
exactly.
to this like sort of extra level of interest, which is
That's
like
what it is. The next
goes
level
for
of
everything.
hobby. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you name it. You can talk. I hear that. I've listened to the shoe podcasts, and I'm like, what the
Oh,
fuck
man.
are you talking about most
right.
of the time? And they go, yeah, remember when like John Stevens we did that? Oh yeah, back in '92. Yeah, that was the time, right? I'm like, they're just talking about all of these designers, all these people. I'm like, I feel like. I was listening to the ones for Yeezy, like the Steven Smith, who like the Yeezy design. Yeah, and when they're talking about the current stuff, and I know about it, it's cool. But then, if I haven't been into it since 1983, like it makes it really hard to sort of like listen to it ongoing. So I think a lot of niches are like that. So it's cool to be able to make something like the bike ride because it's approachable. Like there's enough little nerd things in there for the heads, but
Yeah,
like,
right.
if you just want to watch some cunt go on a trail, yeah. But like pointing stuff out and like
that bike is, sorry,
no, that's it.
Pointing stuff out. Yeah, so like, okay, that bike that I'm riding on those urban adventures is a hardtail. There's nothing to it. It's component wise. It's a regular bike, so there's nothing fancy to it, which is why I think it's a good, you know, that's a good segment to, you know, keep recording and stuff like that. So yeah, I've been having fun, just like, you know, now that the weather's getting better, I found an hour to go down to the beach and the Ashbridges Bay and shit. Fucking the sun was looking gorgeous. There's cunts everywhere, and it just looks like a nice vibe. So yeah, having fun recording all that, and just that's pretty much the week, dude. Like just kicking goals, having a good time.
Kicking goals,
I'm very close to the
that is a
100K
good goal.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a very Aussie thing, Dan. But how you doing?
Goals.
I get it.
Just fucking kicking goals.
Kicking ass. It's like kicking goals, mate.
Goals,
you know what I mean?
like,
Yeah. We should be
that.
doing. Dan, how you been, mate? No, it's kicking goals, mate. You know, fuck.
Yeah,
just kicking goals, mate. Kicking goals,
Do you know one of the
stopping them from 50 out, mate? You know?
my favorite one is when you've got possession of the ball for so long, they say you've got leather poisoning.
That's right.
Because you're holding the ball and you're ducking cunts and you're bouncing
I've
your leg.
ever heard that.
Really?
Oh, mate. Fucking plug. I got leather poison on the fucking second quarter, mate. It's fucking beautiful, you know?
Yeah.
I've watched football all my life.
And you'd even like localize it. Like it's like, oh, did you go watch the under 18s at the whatever on fucking Thursday, mate? Oh yeah, Robbo had leather poison, mate. Yeah,
Robbo had leather poison, mate.
Oh, he was heavy on the fucking leather, mate.
You see, you dobbed that one from fucking 50 out, mate. It fucking went straight through the sticks, mate. Ump was just like fucking
straight through the uprights, mate. You fucking nailed it, dog.
You know about that, mate? We didn't even know half the words. Like we're not even doing it well. Like
no, we're not. We're just going to mash it together and see.
But I love listening to those people talk. Like they're so like I feel like they're like aliens. I have no.
But they're making good points.
Yeah, but the way they
describe the leather poisoning one, that's probably the best one I've ever heard. I've never heard anything like that before.
Tommy Guns, our homie, who was like a rapper with TMF, one of our closest friends in Australia, he was fucking hilarious because he knew the cricket words.
Because he knew it.
He knew them all. He had a membership. He was weighted. I think he was on the waiting list. I don't think I'm bullshitting for 20 years to get to be a member of the MCG, and he got to be a member. Because you wait for 20 years to when people die. So like he goes to the cricket and footy.
What's the MCG?
Melbourne Cricket Ground. It's like the most important sporting venue in the Southern Hemisphere. I don't know if it's the biggest, but it's the most important one. So
it's
much
definitely
stuff
the biggest cricket ground, I think, other than Actually, no, India
the
got
world?
some big
But
dogs.
in the
Nah,
southern
the biggest one in
hemisphere.
Australia. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay. So
I
no,
saw
it's not.
Michael Jackson there in like
It has
1996 or
120,000.
something.
I think when you saw Michael Jackson, it had 100,000 capacity, and
Yeah.
they built the Great Southern Stand Up, and now there was 120,000, and that's
Fucking hell.
that's actually ridiculous for a fucking.
Imagine that, 120,000. Try getting a
120,000
car park, mate.
Dude, you'd be parking down in Fitzroy and walking.
Oh, mate, just fucking taking a tram in, you know?
Just taking the
Fuck.
tram in, mate. Just necking tinnies on the tram.
Oh, mate, you just fucking smashing a few, mate. Steal fucking Vicks, mate. Get a little
You can
vitamin
tell
B
one
up
from
here, you know?
Fitzroy.
Oh, fuck, mate. What a
Australia.
What a boot.
Yeah, Australia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
I'm
Straight, mate.
taking,
Not bad.
I'm taking part Australia.
Yeah, take Australia. Sorry, Dan.
Australia,
Sorry,
yeah, it's
got a
great,
little
mate.
excited.
Yeah.
So Australia.
Anything else you want to touch on, Nosh?
Beats, mountain bikes, sunshine, spring. Everyone is amazing and love all you cunts. That's it.
All right. Look at that. That's positive.
Nice,
That's
nice.
positive.
Kicking goals, I love it.
Kicking goals, mate. It's fucking
Kicking
kicking
goals,
goals.
mate.
That's probably a good
That's
episode name, man.
Episode name for sure.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's got to be the clip when we're laughing earlier. That's going to be
Yeah,
fun.
there we go. See, guys, look, we talk about it on air. Show you the process.
On
It's fucking
air.
What's up with me this week? So we getting.
easy.
It's been very hectic. I got a story for you guys that I
Got some
saved
new clothes, I see,
specifically.
buddy, first of all.
Yeah, so we head off to Miami on this week coming. So I sent it to Dan. So I got a little excited and got like the personalized jersey for the game. We're going to a Heat game for my birthday. You see the old little CPZ right there? That old
Swag.
Jeez, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Coming out
So
here.
do you know what kind of jersey that it is? I personally know, but do you know
It's
what
the
it's called?
Swingman one, the Nike Swingman one, I think.
Nah, the
Oh,
colorway.
like the home or away. Oh, I can't remember. There was like a whole bunch of different ones. This was the only one I liked. Because all the other ones they're too bright.
I think it's the away.
What'd you call it?
But
The
the away
away.
jersey, right?
Oh yeah, all the dark ones are always, all the colored ones are always away jerseys. And when they're the white base, they're the home jerseys. So I didn't want white because I get it dirty, and I just like this one with that kind of. Oh yeah, for the people who are listening, it's a black jersey with like the typical like Miami Vice.
I was going to say Miami Vice is the colorway.
baby
That's
blue
what
and pink.
That's the answer I was wanting.
Yeah, it's fucking cool, man. I think it's like super dope. So I'm excited.
Swaggy.
I'm really excited.
What's
we
UKG? Is that the company that makes the apparel?
My guess it's
Or
a
is that-
sponsor, just like
sponsor
the
for
fuzzy
Miami?
footy ones. Fucking
Right.
It's so dumb. Imagine you buy the Aussie rules football one's got like big M right in the middle of the fucking
Yeah,
logo.
exactly. Well, I mean, Big M.
Sick,
M.
Shout out to the honeycomb ones, but like,
Oh,
yeah, it's
yeah.
really whorish wearing like big things like that. I know,
I don't love it to be honest, but
not huge.
I
yeah.
love the
also-
sponsors, I love it.
Speaking of
Yeah,
whorish, I
suckers all
feel
like that.
whorish wearing this fucking hoodie with a big fucking.
nah, I
Adidas
represent for Adidas, mate. Rep that, mate. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
they're better than other
I'm-
cunts, but at the same
I'm
time,
wearing
like, stupid slut.
Yeah, you see there's nothing there. See
Oh,
it?
look
Yeah,
at you.
yeah.
You're like yay right there.
Yeah,
Way
look
cool
at that.
brands.
I'm literally
Could
like,
be
yeah.
you.
Brands,
Man.
fuck, you're my own
Could
brand,
never
bitch.
be. Could never be.
Could
me.
never be you.
From back.
So I'm excited for that because we're driving down on Wednesday. So we've had the next few days are gonna be crazy. We have to get Barrington like
Oh, shit,
completely
it's
cut, Elon's
Wednesday.
haircut. Yeah, man. We're only like a quarter of the way through the course, and we're supposed to finish it by like tomorrow. So it's not happening. We have to take the first week and write the rest of the course and whatever, and then we obviously do it in the car because we've got 24 hours driving, so we can just put some music on and Tiff can work and we can talk and blah blah blah. So
Crazy.
that's
Hustle
been really
team.
hectic, just doing shit. So so there's that. Barrington the last on I think it was like Friday night or something. What day is it? Sunday, yeah. So I went to take a piss, and fortunately it was light, and I noticed something on the floor, and there was a big like brown or black pile of stuff. I'm like, oh fuck. And I don't know why my first instinct was to take my finger and dab it in it and kind of like
What?
smell it to see if it was shit, but I was asleep.
And then taste it. And then taste it a little bit.
I would
Yeah,
have a
taste this.
yam first.
And anyway, so he ended up like then we found puke on the floor. So he like had diarrhea and puked in the room overnight, and he was doing it again like this overnight today. So I don't know what's up with him. He seems like fine. So I don't know if he like ate
It's just somebody ate.
I think it is too. Like he's passed, he's completely fine, full of energy, laughing like usual himself. So
Full of beans.
yeah, totally.
Little muffin.
So
man.
he's all good. We're getting him, so he's going to be all trimmed up and down to maybe like an inch long fur. Right now, his fur is like 6 inches.
He's so long. He looks like fucking hippie.
Yeah,
ass.
it
Yeah.
looks crazy.
It's
I
a
love
photo
seeing
that I saw with yeah, I saw a photo of him, and he looks long as fuck.
Yeah, it's super long.
And
It's starting to
shaggy
mat.
devil.
Yeah, he's super shaggy, and there's like a little bit of like a bowl of matting under his chin. There's one behind his ear too.
Is it bowling up? You said.
A little bit, like it's like a
Yeah.
pretty large
It's all
mat bowl.
accumulating.
Yeah, I don't think we're able to get it out, but
gets
fortunately,
tangled.
he's getting chopped up on Tuesday, and we're gonna get the car tires changed and
Make sure he gets a
Tiff's
tie.
getting nails done and all this bullshit. So we're trying to get everything ready. It's been like a lot. Started packing a bit today, and like there's so because I'm just looking. It's right behind the camera here. Like all the tech, like got to get boxes, like proper carrying case for these mics, and like we've got a big thing just for tripods, and like we had to buy lights so the lights are right. It's so much, man. It's gonna be fun, so I'm looking forward to that. But the other shit, I've been dealing with a bunch of health stuff. I can't remember if I spoke about it on here. It's super like, this is fucked. I saved this story, and I'm really gonna embarrass myself publicly by saying this, but I think you guys would appreciate it so much. I think it might be worth it. So I didn't do anything wrong. It's just embarrassing, and everyone goes through what I'm about to explain. It's not that bad, but I just thought you guys would think it's so fucking funny. I was telling cunts about it, and they were dying. So I'm like, my first thought was, I'm gonna tell the boys on the pod and
Oh my
embarrass
god,
myself.
here we go.
So Mads getting old. Shit starts to happen when you get a bit older, and I basically believe I have some hemorrhoids in the old butty. I think it might be like straining too much when you're shitting. I think over time, boom, happens, right? No big deal. So the medical system's fucked up. Like to go to a hemorrhoid place, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I told the doctor. They just gave me a reference to a place, referral to a place. So I went to the place thinking it was just a consult. So I pull up, everything's blessed, whatever. And then they go in and they send me to this sort of back room that kind of just looked like an open hospital thing where they had a whole bunch of beds and curtains and stuff. They go, just wait here for a sec. You're going to go in there. At the above the room, it said procedure room. And I'm like, oh, no. First of all, I wasn't mentally prepared in any shape or form for any sort of procedure. And two, I'm about to drive for 24 hours and then have to be in the States. And what if I had complications and I got to go to an American hospital and pay $100,000 to get someone to fucking,
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, no, I'm not doing a procedure. I'm just chatting. I wanted to make sure that's even what I had. I didn't even know because the GP didn't even look. They just send me right to this. So the nurse comes and they tell me to come in the room. And then she's like, okay, so lie down on the bed. Pull your pants to your knees and then face towards the door and put your bum towards the back. I'm like, whoa. Like, hey, like, look, I'm going to tell you, I'm really nervous right now. I'm not here for any... I don't like medical stuff. I haven't had much, like, Nosh, you've been in hospitals and done all this crap a lot. I haven't done that. So to me, it's like even retelling the story, my heart is
getting
racing.
your asshole out in front of anyone, I'd be doing the same thing that you're about to say. I don't know what you're going to say, but it sounds like I'd be doing the thing.
You kind of probably know where it's going, but it was just...
Yeah,
I'm going to describe it, make it funny.
I'm scared as you are, and my asshole's puckering right now, so I don't want to get my... I'm going to get my schnutz out in front of any doctors, mate. So, like, I feel you.
You feel
so
me.
don't
Thank
worry
you.
about it.
Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. So,
I'm right here.
I'm saying to the lady, and I'm starting to, like, talk fast and stumble over my words. I was that nervous. So I'm like, look, I'm going to drive to Florida. I
Don't
can't...
finger my ass.
Wait.
God.
That was kind of what I was saying. I was like, I thought they just like take a little like bend over, bro, like have a little cough or whatever they do in jail, and they like
look at it. It's a looking thing. It's not.
Yeah, just
Hemis
take a
aren't
look.
fucking an inside job. It's an external thing.
That's what. Well, I don't even know. I could be. I think it could. So I think it can be both,
Also
which
not
is
a
what I've
doctor,
learned. Well, you do look like one. I would trust you to
man.
finger my
Yeah,
shit on.
man.
So
strap a glove on.
I'm telling the lady, look, I definitely can't have it. And she's telling me about this thing called banding. And I'm like, what's that? I thought you like scalpel this shit off. And she said, oh, well, you can do that. It sounds kind of a lot hot, but they put a rubber band around the hemorrhoids and then it sort of like starves it of blood and oxygen and then it drops off. And then they repeat it for however many hemorrhoids there are or however long it takes to get rid of everything. Because I think you have to do it like piece by piece, right? So that's why I was like, oh, okay. So you just do it really quickly. That's why they thought I was just going to come in there and they blah, blah, blah. Like at that time, I don't even know if that's what I have. I thought that's what I had. I don't know what they look like. I didn't really Google it all. I'm not a WebMD type
Don't
of dude.
Google that. Holy fuck.
No,
you
I don't want to see shit.
Nightmares. Hashtag nightmares.
Crazy results.
Crazy, right?
Oh.
So she's like, look, okay, I'm going to tell the doctor, how about you just sit down, put your coat over there, sit down. I'm going to bring him in and we'll just talk. I'm like, I didn't get...
Put your pants up.
I know, I didn't even do it. I was like, as soon as she said pull him down, I was like, whoa, man.
No.
We just met. Okay.
My missus is outside.
Yeah,
there's
have
a
a
dog in the
girlfriend.
car. Like,
Yeah.
I can't go. I can't get my pants off.
I'm just saying. I've got a lot to lose here. You're wonderful, I'm sure. But yeah, so like the dude comes in. He's like, hey, I heard you're nervous. I'm like, yeah.
Oh my God.
So she told him, the snitch.
Oh
And
my God.
and he's like, it's okay. Everyone gets nervous when they see doctors. So he's like, okay. So I understand you don't want to have the thing today. I said, no, I just want to know what's up with my situation and what the procedure is. And then we can figure that out once I'm back. Boom. He's like, okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a look. And he goes, he's like, I'm going to use my finger. I'm going to put my finger in. I'm going to check her out and make sure it's okay. And then I'm going to put a camera in. I'm going to take a look. Okay. So what I'm going to need you to do. And he repeated the instructions with the pants to your knees. I was like, okay. All right. So they left for a second.
He's been cool about it, though. He's been cool about it.
Hella cool. So I'm like, they were lovely. It was literally all me. And because I don't like being... I don't know. Don't touch my asshole. It's not my thing.
Asshole, fam.
But also, like, I don't like putting you to sleep or medical things. It just, I don't know. It scares me for some reason. So I'm like, okay, I'm shit. Well,
you're not actually shit.
Not actually shitting myself, but
that'd be
a problem. So I'm like, all right, fine. So I fucking stand up. I'm just like, oh God. Fortunately, I had like a long, like tank top underneath all my shit, so it kind of covered my dick, so I didn't feel like whatever. So I'm like, pulled my pants down to my knees, got on the bed, and they had this little paper thing. You lie down on paper, and you put the paper like a blanket, say. So I fucking put that on. Then 30 seconds later, they come back in, and then he's like, they just walk behind me. So I'm just looking at the closed door outside of the room. I can't see shit. I'm sitting there. I got Yeezys on. I got a Yeezy hoodie on. I got my hat on. Like I'm dripped out. And I'm like, all of a sudden, there's this fucking doctor behind me. And like, he goes, okay, I'm putting some lube on now and applying. And then he's like, because I'm lying on my side, picks up my ass cheek, lifts up the ass cheek, and then starts to put some lube on my shitbox. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, okay. He's like, okay, so I'm going to put my finger in. Just let me know if it hurts. I'm like, okay. And I'm so worried because I just don't like my asshole being. So he puts his finger, and like take it in. He's like, okay, breathe in. He's like, does that hurt? I'm like, no, sort of. He's like, okay, just discomfort. I'm like, yeah. So he's like for a second, and then just takes it out. I'm like, okay. Like, all right, fine. And then, okay, we're gonna put the camera in now. Or he said something about, yeah, okay, seems fine or whatever. And we'll put the camera in. And he's like, okay. So, and the nurse is behind me. Okay, so just breathe in when we do it or whatever. And I'm like, you know what a 4-pen is? I know, Brad, but do you know what a 4-pen is, Dan?
No, what's that?
So it's like a pen that we use in primary school. It's got this blue part at the bottom, white at the top, and you've got little things with a red, black, green, and blue, so you can change the color.
Okay, yeah, I know what it is. Yeah.
So it felt like he shoved a 4-pen up my ass because it was so much larger than I thought. And he's like, and it just kept kind of going. I'm like, oh, and he's like in there for I don't know, 30 seconds maybe. Looking around, he's like, okay, yep, rectum looks good, it's all good. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna pull out really slowly. And he's like pulling out. I'm like, this just keeps going. He's just still pulling it out. And it started to feel like I was taking a shit on him. I was like,
yeah, right.
And it just kept going. I was like, oh, God, I can feel it all now. Just retelling the shit. And he's like, okay, so everything looks good.
Sounds like you're liking it.
Yeah, like, well, that wasn't the intention. Liking it, loving it, just loving it. This is how you do it. That's the secret. That's how you fucking get some extra action on the side without telling your missus. Just get a fucking doctor to finger you. It's beautiful.
God.
So,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, pulled that. I thought I shat on him, but I didn't. And,
right, lucky you didn't.
They were like, yeah, we could have done it now, but, make an appointment. We'll do when you get back. But I just thought the funniest part to me was lifting up the ass cheek and then ramming it in.
Popping it in. That's a solid swaggy move. You feel me? That's a
It was very, very intense. So
I'm so sorry, dude.
Yeah,
I'm glad your battery's all right, though.
But yeah, you don't have hemorrhoids.
No, I do. And they're gonna do it. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
After I said,
I didn't say that. Yeah, so I did.
There. Got some berries.
So got a couple dingleberries out there. So they just band them bitches up when I get back. I'll just make an appointment and go in there. But I also had to see like another one about like do a colonoscopy. So I have to do a colonoscopy as well when I get back, just to check. Because the first doctor, whatever, such a long thing, but whatever. Some doctors just said that's what you got to do before she even looked at me. This one in Montreal said, have a colonoscopy just to get everything else checked. alongside the hemorrhoids, probably because of my age and stuff. So they do this one down your throat called an endoscopy, and then a colonoscopy on the backside. So they do a double banger, and you got to drink this shit beforehand. And apparently it like, you're just fucking smashing the shit up. So that's gonna be fun. Just
Jesus Christ,
on pup. So that's my life right now.
And it's insane. Well, thanks for that update. That was really solid. That was really intimate.
That's good.
Update.
That's good.
Thanks, boys.
I feel like we all
Appreciate
know
it.
you like stacks better.
Yeah, you know, I hope now everyone can picture a friendly
Bloke
doctor
giving you the business.
with a nice little little blue glove, just slamming digits, mate. Didn't milk me, the cunt. Didn't even have the fucking
Didn't even have the decency.
the
to do that.
decency to give the prostate a little tickle, you know.
Rude.
Fuck,
Rude.
you know, while you're in there, mate. Fuck, take me
Well.
out to dinner first before you fuck me.
That's a
Jesus
good one.
Christ.
That's a good one
Do you know where I got
right
that from? Eric Cartman.
there. Of
He's
course.
like, come on, man,
Ah.
take me out to dinner before you fuck me. Because she wouldn't buy him something.
The best. That's a
It's
good
the
cover,
greatest.
by the way. Not bad, not bad.
It's not
good.
it. Where
That's good.
is the Nintendo? That's the best one.
Good episode.
So you.
That was like
fucking-
That's good.
probably the wildest wrap up of the personal shit we've.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a
that
lot.
is.
I thought I'd go there. I thought, you
That
know
is a
what?
lot.
Thanks for sharing. You
I
know,
want
we
to
all
bare my
appreciate that.
soul on the pod for the people, so they can either
Oh, no.
mock me or say you're so brave, just taking that digit like a
Or
champ.
like, hey man, I took it from the doctor. I got 2 fingers.
See, they threw him to. I'm like, fuck. I wish you had given me 2. Fuck. I don't wish. I didn't.
I don't. Stop. Use your
It
little
feels
finger.
like reverse shitting. It's weird. It's not.
No, that's
for
not
me.
what I want.
And
It's
I
not what I
respect
want.
everyone
Not what I
who
want.
enjoys it. It's
It's a
Anyways,
different
that's enough
fish.
poo talk.
Anyway,
We've-
fun.
Anyway.
very poo
We done.
this
We
week.
you done well. We're proud.
We've done
of you.
well. So, where do we start? Should I just start at the top of the list?
Go.
Yeah, go on then.
All right. So, Absol dropped the video for Gotta Rap. I didn't watch this. Who watched it?
I didn't watch it. Maybe Nosh watched it.
Man's like me did.
How was it?
Go on.
I mean, you know,
Go on then.
she's not bad. It's black and white. It is pretty much just him rapping in the hood and just cruising around.
Whoa, no. So you disappeared. There was this
That
noise and you
was-
disappeared.
that
That was
was
really
odd.
weird.
Rapping.
It was like he just got like teleported.
It was
or
like
something.
and then
Yeah,
you, like,
it's like he just like
faded down. Now you're back to normal. You're good.
you're back. You're back in the room.
It's not the video's just in the city, you know. It's just, you know, it's a grimy ass video. It's great.
Okay.
Grimy ass
All right.
video.
I'll definitely check for that
Nice.
one. And then another video that dropped.
Nice.
I actually saw a part of this on Instagram. Was HitBoy and Nas did a video for The Tide, which was them in like the art gallery rapping, because it's the one where they go back and forth. Which is pretty
Right.
dope. Did anyone watch that? I didn't put it here, but
I haven't seen that.
I watched that yet.
you watched it? Thoughts?
Okay. You know, it's just that I don't know. They're just trying to. They're dressed in all the fanciest, you know, flashy shit. The videos kind of. They're not doing physically much, but they're in really prestigious places and like showing the stature and like, you know, keeping it chill. So, you know, I like it. It's good.
That's how they get
It's
down.
like I said,
I'm
art
looking
gallery,
at it now. It's pretty cool.
moving like bosses and shit like that. So yeah, I bang with those two guys as a collaborative duo that definitely work well together. So yeah, that video kind of just
Nice.
and that it's got like it's got the you know the drumless sample kind of vibe, and then at the end it hops up into like a trappy sort of thing. So
Very cool.
I love how they got the split sort of like complete split song there. So
Oh yeah. Is that Dan in Montreal with the
Oh.
old
it's a
someone
motorbike.
loud motorbike going by? Love it. Love it. Look at that.
Oh
guys.
yeah, sorry, that's me.
It's okay. We're giving you the raw cunts, you know.
Exactly.
Speaking of
exactly.
of new music, might as well mention this now. So 2 albums that I listened to that dropped this week. One was Black's album, Since I Had a Lover, which is pretty cool. I don't love it as much as his older stuff, but I'm definitely gonna bump it.
Yeah.
A few more times.
I listened to it
Yeah. What'd you think?
and it was fine. It was just fine, you know. It wasn't.
It's just fine.
I wasn't blown away by it, but like it's definitely not shit, you know. Like he's a great artist, so
Yeah.
it was fun.
It's a little too
But he
slow
went down with it.
overall. Did you notice
It's a bit
that?
too slow. I was hoping
Yeah.
like he would, you know, I was hoping for more like rap features as well because he does great on like with like a rap feature as well. But
Yes. Yeah.
it's
So there
okay.
was nothing there, but apparently he's doing a collab album with Jesse Reyes, and
Oh.
he's also wants to do a rap album because he was a battle rapper before he was even singing, which is
Yes, he was.
interesting. So that was cool. And then tying it into the last one was Musiq Soulchild and HitBoy did an album called it's like Villains and something. Yeah, HitBoy produced the full album for him. Can Dan, you double check that? It was really dope, man. It sounded like music of old, and HitBoy is just, I was listening to it just thinking, man, like, what a fucking sick cunt, man. He's just doing, what can't he do? He's doing stuff for Beyonce, he's doing shit for Nas, doing shit for music, like he's doing all, like, you know, whether it's like poppier stuff or like straight up like boom bap or, you know, neo soul type stuff. It was super cool. It was really nice to hear music stuff.
It's called Victims and Villains.
Victims and Villains, there you go.
Yes.
And it was especially good because remember he started doing that shit where he changed his name and he had that hat that looked like a crown and it was cool. He was rapping and it was weird. Like it just didn't work. It was very strange. So I was happy to see him come back
I'm gonna smack that as soon as we've finished the potty. I'm gonna run that.
You'll really like it. I thought about you a lot because I know you love music.
I love him very much. That's really sick, man. Fuck.
Yeah.
I will put the big dogs on, the big speakers, and just dance around my fucking house.
Just have a little bit of a dance.
Yeah, do it.
Dance.
Send me a video.
Dance.
Yeah, please send us all the video.
I'll post guys. I'll go live on my Instagram and I'll send it to you.
Do it and just dance.
I'll send it on the Movement Fam.
Dance,
on the Bad
please.
Pod. All of them.
All of the above. Post to
Dancing
everything.
and prancing in meandies.
You know the vibes.
Please dance.
What else we got? So Diplomatic Immunity from The Diplomat is 20 years old. Just hit.
Give us some applause.
Wow. A little applause on that one.
What an iconic album. Absolutely love that so much.
Changed the game. Wow. Don't even really know what else to say about that one. It's glorious.
Some random asshole from BC is calling me. How about you get fucked, mate?
Yeah. Should get it, put him on the pod and go, oh, you can't. You're on the fucking air, mate.
I got a call from Houston, Texas about 45 minutes before the podcast happened too. Random number in Houston, Texas.
Was it one of those scam things?
I don't know. I didn't answer. And they didn't leave a message, so I'm just like, I don't know. But it's 2 times today I got numbers from completely motherfucking middle of nowhere.
Hate them.
Excuse my interruption.
Fucking pricks. No, you're good. So, shouts to Diplomat. If you haven't heard that album, go listen to it. Celebrate it.
It's one of the best albums.
Yeah, man. It holds up. It influenced the way we make music still to this day. So, you know, I'm very happy to hear that. So, another thing that I found on Twitter, this dude who, his name's Rob Abelo. What does he do? I don't know, some music industry guy. He did this tweet thread saying music is entering the age of AI. Here's 5 major areas AI will impact music. So he thinks that, I'll just sort of summarize it real quick. It was just interesting because I was like, AI is obviously the ChatGPT shit or whatever. You know, people are really, it's everywhere, right? You can't go anywhere without hearing about it. So his 5 points are he thinks we'll see a flood of mediocre, indistinguishable, unoriginal music. And my thing on that is like, haven't we kind of seen that already? Get it?
Of course.
So it's going to be even worse now because AI doing it. He thinks there'll be AI-led music services and artists leveraging AI to 100x their output. And the ability for anyone to become a music creator. So maybe you just get them to write the songs for you and, you know, maybe you just sing them, rap them, or whatever it is.
It's being sucked out of music and there's no, oh my God, man, that's insane.
Very weird. Second thing, he goes, this leads to a movement back to artist focus and originality focus. Think grunge after the over-synthed 80s. You got to stand out. You got to connect. People go back to really caring about artists over songs. Authenticity as a premium, originality as a premium. So that's pretty cool, being that it's coming back to that authenticity, because right now it's song focused. No one cares about artists. Everyone just cares about, oh, I like that song. Who's it by? I don't know. No one even fucking has a clue. So the ones that are going to sort of, it's almost like an opportunity.
Like trending audio. A lot of the songs are just like, I don't know, that song I heard on fucking TikTok or Instagram. I've seen it on the internet. I don't know who it's by. What is it? Like sometimes when I look for trending audio on any of my, excuse me, socials, it's just like, oh, I wonder what that is. It's got like 794,000 uses, and you listen to it, and it's like some fucking, what the fuck is this song? It's like, but it's been used that many times. It's ridiculous. So yeah, that's where that kind of falls into. It's fuckery.
Definitely. And everyone only knows snippets of songs now. They don't know full songs really anymore because of Reels and TikTok culture. So, you know, that's a good look to be authenticity and originality. I feel like that's something that we've always strived for, whatever.
That's one of our pillars of our everything.
Yeah, and I like that that's coming back according to this dude, which seems pretty cool. Third, he says platforms where music is the product will benefit more than owners of a catalog, as the cost of adequate music continues to plummet. Good enough is cheap. So I think what he's saying, platforms where music is the product, which I guess is Spotify and stuff. I don't really understand that because I'm always a little confused with this. So it's not going to cost much to make adequate music anymore. So like the owners of a catalog, if you own a catalog of music, it's not going to be as valuable. Basically, I think that's what he's saying. The platforms will benefit probably more than the people who are making the music or who owns a catalog, because there's so much good enough or adequate music, and it's really difficult for the exceptional shit to shine through, I guess, because I don't know, it depends who's doing these AI stuff, or maybe like labels will start doing it to generate more money, because since they have so much sway over Spotify and things like that. Working musicians churning out contextual or filler-purpose music as their 9-to-5 will feel the most change. It's too easy for AI to create songs that sound like X for this purpose. So mass-market music libraries and production houses go nearly full AI. My first thought, and Dan, you'll relate to this, is the reality show music. When like
I was literally thinking that straight away.
Well,
that's so funny.
I don't know if you've really seen this, Nosh, but like with the reality shows, they have this hyper-specific music that they always play that explicitly explains that scene, but the song is generic. So it'd be like, she's a bad girl, she's walking there, like whatever, after some, and they position all these songs, and it's like one line from these shitty nondescript songs that are like made by these artists who just make songs to go in libraries to be to be picked for shows like that. So we looked into it because it was so on point. Like Selling Sunset was the main one that
so specific. Gotcha.
And we were like, they must be editing the show and then telling these production places like, yo, we need a song that kind of talks about this, and they do it, but it's the other way around. People think about like Tiff found this full article that explained it all. These artists that all they do is make music for these production houses that can sort of be used in these different, mostly reality shows, like a Kardashian or a fucking Real Housewives, or you know, the dating shows and stuff. And it's like they're doing it more and more. Like The Perfect Match one did. I think Love Is Blind's doing it too. It's kind of crazy. It's pretty lame.
Rigged. It's like beyond rigged. It's like how it's like you have to be so in the fucking know and like know all the cunts to get into that. You can't just be like a random musician like, oh, I want to make songs for TV.
Yeah, it's everything is
machine.
Yeah, everything is completely gate-kept. Even though they say it was supposed to democratize everything, it's done the opposite for sure. And the fifth point was artists who best use AI in their creative stack will ride a new wave. There will be new genres of sound and culture that tap into AI tools, no different than electric guitar, synthesizer, or Ableton. That's not just in core music creation, but in video, visual art, and more. So he's just saying, like, adapt to it all. That's what artists who are going to succeed. He goes, adapting doesn't even mean one thing. A full-throated rejection of AI by some artists and a full adoption of the toolset by others may both prove wildly successful strategies. So he's saying that, like, if you think the AI is whack as fuck and you just be like, nah, bro, I'm doing my shit, that could work perfectly for you. And then on the flip side, if you do it right and you use it to your advantage.
Sounds like autotune.
I think that's a fantastic comparison.
No,
it's a great comparison because at first it was ridiculous, and then you saw T-Pain and shit.
Well, shit, you know who used it first? Cher.
On Believe, right?
Yeah. Do you believe? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly
but
right. But when it got controversial was when
T-Pain was using it.
Yeah,
probably, and then Kanye took it to the next level.
Next level.
Someone who can't sing because T-Pain can sing.
Voice.
Exactly. And then after Ye did it with Harper 808s, I think that's when Wayne started doing it.
Wayne, Travis Scott. Oh, not Travis Scott.
Well, Wayne was rapping using it, and Travis Scott uses some sort of autotune for his entire career, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he uses it exclusively for his music. So.
Future too. So, like, it's become a thing. I think it's actually a real fair comparison, though. That's a great comparison, dude. Like, it's going to be fascinating to see, like, who's creative, who can
Who
use it
adapts
in a
it
cool
well,
way.
who actually uses it in an organic
Yeah.
/ extension of their creativity rather than just like, letting the tool kind of
Replacing
take
stuff.
over the whole shit. Yeah, no, because you need to use it in conjunction with the creativity. The reason, the first thing you, as you were reading all that, the first thing that popped up in my mind, I would love to use AI to create samples or create music little sections that I could sample and make beats from. So I could be like, maybe I could sing something, or maybe I could describe something in a chord and give them specific notes and shit, and say, "Hey, sing a fucking C major with a fucking blah blah with a thing at the end, with a rise at the end, or some shit." So I could loop it, and then you could tell it to make you samples or segments of things. I need a bridge between, you know, an E and a D. Can you give me something that connects it softly? It's a soul song, like that would be cool to make to
That's
become a
great.
sound designer through AI. That's what I thought of straight away, because I do sound design in fun random ways. Like back in the day, I used to use my boss's iPad and make, riffs and stuff with guitars and like keyboards and like random shit, and I'll send those to my email, and then I'll chop up those samples I made in GarageBand on an iPad, and I'll put it into Logic and then make a beat from it, because it's something that I played, so it's fully original, but then I'm just like making samples for myself so I can sample later. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. That's dope.
So
I
yeah,
remember that.
I would
Sean,
use,
yeah.
yeah, exactly right. I would use AI in the same kind of sound design way. Like I'd be like, hey, give me a funky 70s rock like loop of 8 bars where it changes up each 4 bars, and I want it in this key and this tempo. Give me something, and then that would be amazing. I'd
Love it.
have producer Stiffy on that for sure.
That's an interesting use of it. See, I like that. That's like creative and just like a cool way to just like use it like an assistant.
Exactly right.
I think
Exactly
that's
right.
the best way to use it, because
Yeah.
I don't see actual artists like thriving making music exclusively made by AI.
Yeah.
Like it's a cool
It's too
thing, but I
fun.
just don't see them like blowing up from it. But
Yeah.
I
Yeah, just
think using it as like some sort of assistant for literally anything could be like, help me write a bar about this, and then you don't have to, you literally copy and paste to use that, but you can use that for inspiration and be like, oh, I didn't think to rhyme this with this, and it would actually link these two words together. And it could also be like, oh yeah, sing me a C major or whatever. So you can, I don't know. For me, I'll just compare my voice to that voice and see if I could do like, C major and shit, but like shit like that. So
I like
I
that.
think it's good using it as an assistant. It makes so much sense.
Hmm.
I don't think that's an issue either. I don't think it's an issue. I don't think it's
I
kind
don't
of
think
like,
so.
oh, worrying for the music
true.
industry. I feel like people automatically see this and be like, yep, it's gonna take over. We're done.
No,
We're
because
done.
that's the way
No
that,
music's gonna be made anymore. It's just gonna be AI. But
yeah, somebody that's like either scared of the technology because it's kind of like, they're scared it's going to fuck up their shit. Like, you shouldn't be scared of that. I'm not scared of it. It doesn't take away from my shit. I can do with
Yeah.
or without it, but it's going to exist anyway, because cunts are going to be doing their thing and developing things as they go. If it's good, people will flock to it, and the market will be the market and fucking
Dictate.
dictate what's going on with it. But like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it'll be something to use alongside of, like you said, other shit. Like, I'll treat it personally like a plugin, like something like I can insert in my program to help me do other shit. It's like getting an instrument plug-in to like help you do better bass lines or anything.
exactly.
So yeah, it's totally
Yeah.
cool. I'm here for it. So
I
whatever.
like
Just
that
like
too.
it can't. People will try and run whole businesses from it. That's fine, and people will rinse it and do all the kinds of like squeezing they can out of it. But like, in a cool way, the cunts that can zoom out and see what it's kind of like, where it can fit in, they'll fit it in if it can fit in. And then if not, then fuck it, whatever.
Yeah. No, I like it. There's great takes, boys. I love it. So it's gonna be interesting. We'll always as things change and stuff, we'll keep talking about it, because I think it's like a really interesting topic just to see. I'm curious how it affects the whole world, but music
it's gonna
specifically in the context of this
It's gonna
pod.
have an impact for sure.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be cool. I liked what that dude said though about the authenticity and originality sort of shining through again. I think that's sort of very encouraging.
That's
Personally,
what we're about
yeah.
as
So
artists.
I'm excited to see what's up with that. So we'll keep talking about that. Yay, the GOAT is back again. He hit up Instagram. Ye posted.
Interesting post.
Pull it back up, but basically, Ye has said that he likes the Jews again.
Back on side.
Back on side. Yes, fuck. I'm just gonna find the post so I can show it. Basically, unless someone else has it already. He said that he watched. I'm gonna read it out. Actually, it's probably better. Here we go. He goes, watching Jonah Hill in 21 Jump Street made me like Jewish people again. No one should take anger against one or two individuals and transform that into hatred towards millions of innocent people. No Christian can be labeled anti-Semite knowing Jesus is Jew. Thank you, Jonah Hill. I love you.
That is amazing.
And it's his only
That is
poster.
just... I've just never heard anything like that.
How do you rate that out of 10, see?
For a Yeezy post, I'd say it's a solid 9 here because it's pretty funny. Post the 21 Jump Street poster, like the movie poster.
Love it.
And then posting that. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. There's lots of spelling mistakes, double spacing, no punctuation. No Christian can be labeled anti-Semite, knowing Jesus is Jew. That's amazing. What a sentence. It's incredible.
Yeah. It's way better than half of the public apologies that YouTubers do. So I'll give him props for that,
Yeah, I give solid 9.
It's hilarious.
It's gold. So
insane. What a guy.
On that note, actually, and I saw this. It's interesting. So Yace Gunman said that randomly out of the blue. He hadn't really said shit for a minute. Now on Reddit, on the Yeezy Reddit, I saw there's this dude I watch someone posted a clip from his YouTube, one of the shoe YouTubers, and there's been some images that have leaked for two new colorways. One's this all gray 350 V2, and the one's this kind of like gray 500 low with like white sole, and then like a gum underneath it. So it looks very interesting. They both look pretty. Yeah, looks, but you don't see the gum from the top. It's only on the actual bottom. Gotcha. So. And 500, funnily enough, is the one that you like of mine, Nosh, but the short, not the high. It's like not a high top, like a low top. So they had pictures of the label, and it said made in Vietnam 0223, which suggested it's made in February this year, which means they're still actively manufacturing Yeezy. So people were saying a few things. They go, one, well, a company that big would have already had all of this stuff planned. They would have ordered all of the materials, and the factories are just doing what they were ordered to do. Type of shit, and it's hard to put, it's just stop that train from going. The second thing they were saying, they reckon that they're going to go ahead with the sale of all of the existing inventory, including these new ones, and just wait till things blow over a bit more. So because they keep bringing up the 1.3 billion and blah blah blah, so I feel like they could. Who knows? But the fact if it is true that that's what those numbers mean, like, made on the dates are correct and everything, we might have something in our future. I check every single day.
I wouldn't be
every
surprised.
single day.
No, pretty keen.
I really wouldn't be surprised if we just randomly got a notification on the confirmed app.
Yeah.
And just users are dropping. So I wouldn't be shocked. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye out.
We'll see. I check every morning just in case. So
Nice.
keep you guys posted.
Beautiful.
What else is guaning? 6ix9ine got beat down in a Florida gym.
Oh, he got beat up.
It looked like there was like 3 cunts, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you guys see what the motivation was?
No,
they started. They came into the gym.
Snitching thing, yeah. It's good.
Oh wow,
he didn't do anything. It's just the snitching thing, I think.
Okay.
Snitching.
Yeah, it could just be, and there were like 3 big, like just white dudes, like they were
Massive.
pretty jacked. I don't know why he was in a gym by himself without a bodyguard. Like, it's kind of crazy. So I saw a bunch of video. There was some of them. They were like stomping on him.
They were giving
on
him
the ground in the
bathroom.
Yeah, like
big tumps.
He got pretty mashed up, but like it's interesting. So
fuck, you talk shit.
We're gonna go Miami to avenge him.
Oh my goodness!
Unfortunately,
stay away from the clown head man.
I'm gonna hit him up. I'm gonna see what's going on.
I'm gonna hit him up. Be like, look, I saw the video.
Like Tupac, or hit him up like, "Hey, you going?"
Like hit him up. Maybe we'll get a verse.
Like, "Hey, you going?" Yeah, that's not.
Oh,
do a 6ix9ine verse?
That'd be good.
No,
I feel like it'd get a lot of clicks.
I don't still. The association is not worth it, bro.
Yeah, I guess not.
You know what I mean?
They'd be like snitch level. Like, yeah, we love a good snitch. No, we don't. We don't support snitches.
What the fuck is wrong with your face?
You crazy motherfuckers. I would never. Come on now. Fuck.
You know what I mean?
So hopefully we bump into him. Just to get the photo for clout, you know?
Just to get a photo. That's it.
Get a
I'll
little-
upload it on my Insta.
Get clouded
Wow.
up. You know what I mean? You know what I
A
mean?
photo and then give him a fucking elbow to the chin. Be like, catch a cunt.
Yeah.
And make sure like Dan's filming or something and be like, yeah, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Scrap.
yeah.
Oh, you
yeah,
fucking little dickhead. And he'd be like, yeah. He would act like Trent from Punchy, like, yo, you fucking dickhead. You know?
Can't
Oh,
if you know, you know.
Trent from Punchy. I know Trent from
Everybody should YouTube Trent
know.
from Punchy. Punch Bowl. Punchy is a place in New South Wales in Australia,
Sydney.
and it's like
a suburb of Sydney.
suburb of Sydney. There's not much going on, but Trent is having a good time.
Yep. A lot
That's
of
all.
cock for
Continue.
cash. Yep.
Cock for cash.
9.7 million views 15
Wow.
years ago uploaded. Trent
Really?
from Punchy.
Classic.
Damn it.
It's a classic.
Mm-hmm.
You just
Every
need it.
view earned, I tell you.
No one knows what it means. It's all. It could be a joke. No one even knows if it's a real.
There's multiple Trent from Punchies. There's a few more. It's a real dude. It's all a joke. It's all a joke.
Oh, it's all a
But-
joke. Okay, I thought
But
no
he's a
one
real-
knew.
It's like he's doing like good acting, but it's like he's a drongo from God knows where.
Yeah, I gotcha. It's very funny.
the
What
best.
else we got? I don't know. Do you want to talk about the Nipsey thing?
Sure.
So there was a thing that we saw that basically someone was saying that the LAPD is known to, set people up. You know, obviously, if you remember the Rampart division in the '90s, where they were attacking specifically rappers and shit, and they thought that the LAPD commissioned Eric Holder, who got 60 years as well for killing Nipsey, to do that. So that to turn the gangs on each other because they were always fucking with Nipsey and his brother for what they're doing in the community, which was helping the community with Marathon, with the STEM Education Center, with all these different things that they were working on. So then I sent that to you boys, and then Nosh, you were like, oh, maybe there's some truth to the Selassie thing. So we looked it up. I watched a little YouTube video on it, but maybe you can explain it.
Yeah. So like a few years ago, Mike Tyson has a podcast called Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson. There's been a few seasons of it. So
great.
when that first came out, the first season or first two seasons, I watched very closely. I think I watched almost every single episode. Eben Britton was the host, and he's really, really good. Him and Mike like bounced off. They had a really good chemistry. It's super cool. They had Snoop Doggy Dogg, Uncle Snoopy was on there, and they were talking about it. And then, he's like, oh yeah, you know him and shit. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, yeah. Nipsey Hussle is related to Emperor Haile Selassie of Ethiopia, and he was just basically going into that. He can't, he's like, he looks like him. He's from the same sort of bloodline of him, and he's actually the first descendant of Selassie. So yeah, that was what he was talking about on that particular podcast, and then it was just like, whoa. And there's been lots of articles posted since that,
Did you see anything refuting it or supporting it?
No.
Like, what was the vibe?
No. Just like, the only thing, like, even if you go to like a random Facebook page, it's just like, it's just like, he's just saying that he is the descendant of this bloke. So I just like think it's amazing. And
If it's true. Yeah.
if it's true, that's amazing.
Pretty sick.
So
It could
there's like
show
lots
why
of
they-
connections between it. So
Wow.
yeah, I don't know. It's just been posted a lot. I can see links back to like, April 2019.
Okay.
Even yeah. There's
Very
lots about it. That was just like hella interesting. It's like, bro.
Yeah, I watched one video that kind of said that there was no proof. They explained everything. And they're talking about how the Ethiopian Eritrean war and stuff and what the deal is with that and how they, like, his assistants or his people who work for him murdered him and put him in a toilet. That's how they killed Selassie, which is crazy. So yeah, worth looking into though. If for a little bit of a rabbit hole and you're looking for something to do, go fucking check that out. Did you see anything, Dan, when you were looking at?
No, I didn't. I just saw the images of them two compared. It's kind of mad. They look identical.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
She's mad.
So, good times. Joe Budden is on Drink Champs. No shoe. I haven't watched it yet. That's my next one. What's the vibe?
Yeah, like I'm a large fan of Joe Budden as a rapper, and I don't really defend him when he does stupid shit because usually it's just stupid. But he's a loudmouth sort of bloke, and he does his thing and he speaks his truth, and usually he's fucking on point. So like you got to back the cunt up. So he's on Drink Champs for some reason. I saw the notification on YouTube today from yesterday, so the episode came out yesterday, and I just kind of watched it. I got like 11 minutes 39 seconds in or whatever. told you in the text there, and Nori is just literally hammered again.
From that soon in the video, like in the pod?
From the jump, he was hammered, and it took me 11 minutes 39 seconds to shut it off because it was just like the most incoherent that I've heard him be, and it was just he was stuttering over things. He went over the same points, and everything was just like. And Joe was being really patient because like he just got there. But honestly, man, I just wasn't a fan. I can't do that when he's like fully hammered.
We've talked about it. Like the Snoop one, he just fucking fucked up the Snoop one. That was so bad.
This is very much on par with that.
I saw that it only goes for like an hour and 40 minutes, and normally these pods are usually like 3
hours.
So maybe Joe was just like, yeah, we're done here type shit. Not like he would have kept it cool, but maybe he was like, they just sort of wrapped it up early or some shit. But
I continue to skim through it, but like it definitely deserves a skim through. But like I don't know.
It's almost like you feel dumber after listening to it sometimes.
I yelled out twice, like spit it out, cunt. Like I wanted him to just get it because he was. I know what he was going to say. I just wanted him to hurry up and say it because you could tell where he was going. He was operating very slow.
Let me be honest. I'm going to be honest. Like before every sentence, like
it was the stuttering for me this time. It was like unbelievable, and like stuttering, whatever, cool. Like,
but drunk stuttering, not like he has an affliction.
It's like his mind is skipping. Yeah, exactly right.
Gotcha.
It was annoying to watch, so I'll see how it goes. But love Uncle Joey, so I'm definitely going to revisit it and just skim. But it was tough.
Okay, beautiful.
Nice.
You listen to that, Dan? Do you know what? Oh, you don't really fuck with podcasts like that.
No, I don't really listen to Drink Champs like that. But
I watch.
There are a few podcasts that I watch. I watch Jay and Trey's podcast all the time. Random podcast.
I find it too much. We tried and stopped. Like after you,
I find it great.
It's just like they
it's fucking great.
They keep respect to them. They seem like really cool dudes and they're very funny. But they put like effects on stuff. Like they'll take all the thing and they'll like do a crazy voice. It just seems like it's trying to be zany for like an hour. And it's like listening to it's like watching a 1 minute reel for 60 minutes type of shit. Because it's just like
it's a lot.
It just found it like even Tiff was like, turn this fucking off. Nah, man, like,
it's exhausting.
It's just a lot. But the snippets are fantastic. I just I'd listened to a couple episodes in the past and I forgot that that's what it was like. But they're very funny dudes. Doing great shit.
You're a funny dude.
Yeah, they're great. I love them.
I'm not a funny guy.
There you are.
You are cunt. Speaking of cunt, no, I'm not speaking of that. I probably should have segued into this before, but we're talking about Adidas and Yeezy. So Ivy Park, I know we'd mentioned in the past the amount that they had generated with Adidas and Beyonce have parted ways, which is interesting. It's interesting. I think they said over.
I saw she has a new collab now.
I wouldn't be surprised. I think I heard that
with
she was
Balmain.
Balmain, yes, I saw that. I saw her post about that, and it was very like vague, and it was like it didn't look like clothing that she was going to sell. They look like runway clothing, really exorbitant, ridiculous art pieces of clothes, as opposed to things that people can wear. So I think they were saying, she started in 2019 with Adidas, and I think that they do consistent collabs with people. Oh, it says the reason has yet to be revealed. Why did I say the creative differences? Okay, this doesn't say much else. But yeah, I just
didn't work
not selling. Yeah, man, and like even they doing all this weird like orange stuff. Like orange is so specific.
Yes.
It's a bold choice, and they might. And I think we talked about this. Remind me if we talked about this or not. But I read something or watched something where they were saying that Beyonce isn't good at doing consumer fashion brands because she doesn't have a personal connection with the fans. She's too big.
Ooh.
We didn't talk about this. We didn't talk about this at all. Huh? Okay. It was fascinating. It was like this whole thing.
That's a good take, though. That makes sense.
Yeah, and this guy, I think it was some dude who had like a whiteboard.
Mysticky. She's kind of Kendrick Lamar for the R&B pop cunts because she's not really.
Kendrick would be the same reason. Wouldn't be good with that. No one's gonna go and buy his brand, but Kanye has a different level because he's more present. Whereas Beyonce is that mystique. He disappears. Yeah. Kendrick disappears. Those two people don't have. They're just not going to be able to create that B2C type of brand that people would like react to. People fucking love both of them, but
Yeah, of
you know,
course.
if Beyonce can't make Ivy Park work,
There's an element missing.
yeah, exactly. So it's sort of like it's a little bit sort of difficult for them to run with. I
They're
don't know
too
what she
big
can
to
do.
be on the streets because like they're both kind of low key Michael Jackson big, and you need to have like shutting streets down to have them go down the fucking to the shops to have a meet and greet, and you have like a city shut down. That's probably why they don't do it.
It could be that, but
They-
Kanye didn't do that though. But I think he talked
Kanye's
about it a
different.
lot though. But
Alright.
if like, why did Yeezy work and why didn't Ivy Park work?
Ivy
That's
Park work.
the real question. Like,
Maybe
what did
was it
Kanye
a
do that Beyonce
price
didn't?
point thing, is it?
The basketball thing? What do you mean, like?
No, the a price point thing. Like,
Oh,
you know,
I'm sorry.
between. Yeah, is that there was the internet delays?
That's a good
fucking
point.
stupid.
Hype beast aspect for sure,
Right.
and the fact that they sort of targeted a higher price point, therefore it sits in that range. But Kanye must have, I think, because he did the way he started it, and I don't know if Beyonce did the same thing, because he did the first, if I'm not mistaken, the first shit was like the collabs with Nike, and he did the Red Octobers that go for like 50 G's a pair, and then he did. Then Nike didn't want to do a deal; they just wanted to do one-off collabs. So he was pissed. I think he might have done some other ones with them, and then he went to Adidas. They gave him the full deal, and I think he started with those 750s, those ones with the little strap around the top, and he did like a few colorways in them, and then sort of moved on to the 700, the 350 V1s, which are the OG Turtle Doves, and then that went into the 350 V. They did, I think, the Pirate Black ones of those, and then went into the 350s, and then 700s, where it started with Wave Runners, and then went into all the different silhouettes from there. So it's like he built this thing slowly and then had the collab with Gap and then blah, 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 and doing all the Yeezy season. So then I think that wasn't even with Adidas. That was just him being a creator. That's why they happened to sell the socks. That's why I was able to get the socks. And I think they sold some pieces, but they're super short runs, whereas Adidas began making the shoes because they already had all the Boost material and all the things set up across the world. The infrastructure is a lot easier, whereas like he could do his boutique designer shit in-house and then work with Gap to make like, $100 hoodies affordable and blah, blah, blah. So it's, I don't know, it's like he sort of had more of a journey and been very vocal about and it's like, it's me, Kanye's work. And whereas Beyonce probably had things shown to her, she's like, sure, that'll do. Cool. And then doesn't come and
There's
talk about it and
more of an
Yeah.
attachment,
Yeah, probably is that.
more of an involvement in it.
yeah.
Maybe not. That's not even fair to
Yeah.
say 'cause we don't really know how. Beyonce could be like, definitely
She could be
Kanye's
there.
more involved because he seems more like ground
Yeah.
roots of it because he's really invested in the designing part because he's like on that ultra creative. I'm fucking want to do every aspect of it. I think
Yeah.
maybe Beyonce's like, I like this. Can you make that?
I wonder how, that's a good point. Like how,
'Cause that's fascinating to my mind. I was like, how the fuck do these cunts think of this shit? Do they have a team of like 15 people or do they just like wing it with themselves and an assistant? Like, what do they actually do?
when you're working with someone like Adidas, you definitely have
That like 20 cunts.
probably your team. Like she must have an Ivy Park employees that do it. And then
Just
you'd be
that,
teaming with that just work on the fashion brand. Then you'd be teaming with the bigger brand to do the collaboration pieces. And you probably work with their designers because I believe that even Adidas designers did some of the Yeezy silhouettes and colorways, which is why they're able to keep them apparently. Which is strange to me. I would have thought all of that would have come from Yeezy and Adidas would have kind of been the conduit, but I think it became more collaborative, perhaps.
That's kind of
So,
nice.
which is good, I guess, but it's an interesting one. I like. So we'll see what happens with Ivy Park. I mean, like Tiff got one of the hoodies that was kind of cool, like, but
Yeah.
it was like
looks
this nice olive green one. Yeah, she's got like, but it's like a cropped one. It's like super high up, like for working out. It's like a Peloton. Funnily enough, Peloton Ivy Park Adidas collab.
Interesting. Imagine
So it's
how
like,
suck.
but it looks kind of cool in the summer because
Very
it's like this little thing. You wear a little thing under it, or you show the midriff or whatever it is. Like it's cool.
Okay.
Like it looks like it's a nice piece. But all the newer shit just kept being weirder and weirder and weirder with these crazy ass colors. It just like I didn't think
work.
connected with as many people. And even the shoes I saw had that orange stuff. I'm like, who the fuck wants like I'm talking neon orange boots.
Yeah,
I don't know, bro. Like even the
Yeah,
easy ones that
that's
do
whack.
that. I'm like, nah, bro. Like
There's a lot of factors.
That
So
ain't
many
the
factors
color.
why it didn't work out. I think it makes sense why it didn't work out, honestly.
yeah, totally. All right, we're almost at wrap up time. We're going to finish this up
Do
today
it.
with two fun little questions. And also, we're talking today, if anyone has any ideas, we're going to come up with a little segment, a little thing that we're going to end the show on every week we're just throwing some ideas around. We've done different things, like special segments throughout the last few years, but we want to come up with something where we like wrap it up. So maybe this could be the concept issue of it. But we've got 2 questions here that maybe you can explain it, but not quite rapid fire because it's not like 5 of them. But the first question is: name an artist your friends love but you hate. We all know Notion's answer.
Does it have to be hate?
That's the question, but you could say that just you don't like, maybe not hate, because if that's a strong word.
Yeah, sweet.
Tell us, Notion.
Joe Budden.
Don't say it.
Joe Budden. I think he's
Hold on.
What?
I think do you love him or hate him?
I love him.
Okay, so you're doing it flip way. It's your friends love but you hate.
Oh.
I mean, we can do that way round too, though.
Okay, cool. So that's
maybe
my
give one
answer.
example of each.
So then, future for the other way.
Yeah, that's what. Obviously.
Yeah.
But
No,
Budden,
but
okay.
no.
Budden.
He said who you hate. Who you hate. He said who you hate, Brad. Notion. Sorry, he said who you hate.
They
I think you got the
gang.
question mixed up.
Listen,
Yeah.
bro.
Those are good answers. Those are good ones. Dan, what you got? What do you got?
So it's hard to say. I don't really hate him, but just
Maybe
one
it's
that
a
I just
dislike.
can't wrap my head around is like Lil Baby. Like I think he's good, but people are like creaming over his music, and I'm just like, he's alright. Like he's decent, and I'm just like, he's not sick like that. I don't know. Like I don't know. Like, and I really don't dislike it. I like his music. Don't get me wrong, but it's kind of like the way people react when he does drop. I'm like, I listen to it, I'm like, this isn't lit. Like, it isn't as sick as what people are making out to be. Like,
Right.
really not as good. But
That's a good one.
yeah, I guess controversial one as well, Kendrick Lamar, because I think he's just super weird. I think he's so weird. I think his music doesn't transcend like that. I don't think his music slaps like that.
That's actually a really good answer. Because you'd say
That's,
most of your mates
yeah.
would fuck with Kendrick, or they don't.
I think a lot of people do. I just think in general people do.
Yeah, even if this question is your friends, but I'd say just like cunts. It's probably
In
better.
general, yeah. And I'm just like, yeah, Kendrick's good, but there's just shit where I'm like, I'm not gonna listen to your album again, bro. Like, it wasn't that lit.
I've had conversations with friends. They're like, I don't like that album. I can't stand it. They're like, he's fallen off for me. That's what they say because of that album. But I'm like, bro, like,
for me, it's not even a fall off. It's just kind of like, it was alright. Like, and I've just stood by this opinion the whole time. You know.
Did you ever hear
only a few early albums?
Did you ever hear To Pimp a Butterfly?
Yeah, no. I think a lot of his albums are class, but it's kind of just like now I'm just like when he drops, I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
you're fine. You know.
What about the other?
Everyone wants like Good Kid, Mad City Kendrick again, but he
Yeah.
won't.
Yeah, I've listened to it.
That's an interesting one.
That album goes hard.
Yeah, it does. It's fucking.
But he won't do it again. He won't.
No,
He'll do
because
something.
it's not his. That's not what he does. You can look throughout the career. He definitely is changing.
Every album is like an evolution of fucking this cunt, so he's got a whole new thing going on.
Yeah, which is cool. What about the other way around then, Dan? What about one that you love but everyone else doesn't love?
Ooh, let me look at my music choices. Let me look. I would go with. Okay, you might have to come back to me. You have to come back to me. No, because everyone likes Future.
You're like, no, she's like,
You know what? The original question. You know what I might do?
Yeah.
I might say Schoolboy Q for the original question because I actually fuck with Schoolboy Q's music. I think he's actually hard.
But people don't.
I know we have personal beef with Schoolboy Q.
We do.
But other than that, one that I love but people hate. What's the question?
The original question is one that you love but people hate, and then one that you hate but people love.
One I hate but people love.
So that's probably Kendrick.
No, that was
that one.
That was Kendrick. Yeah. Okay.
And then the other way around that you love that people don't really love is Schoolboy. Is what you're saying?
Probably Schoolboy. I'd probably go Schoolboy, or maybe. It's hard, Maybe I kind of really like 21 Savage now. I really fucking like 21 Savage now. And
Oh my god.
I never used to like his music that much.
You're upsetting your cousin-in-law.
Yeah. Come on.
I fuck with him, man.
Come on
I
then,
think
son.
he's hard.
Come on then, son. Get your head out your ass. All right, mate. You're on Australia.
All right.
All
All right.
now. Come on.
All right, guys. Come on.
All right, go on then.
So
Go on,
the
then.
quick version. So the artist my friends love but I hate. My easy one the other way around. That I love but my friends hate is Justin Bieber. No one I know really likes him, like except maybe Dan. I think you're like the only person who genuinely fucks with him. But everyone else, no one.
I think he's a talented bloke and his music's okay, but I don't bangs with him.
He's the goat. Don't you ever in your life
Hater.
disrespect him. And then the other way around, that my friends love that I hate. Well, I would say that people love that I hate would be Nav. I don't understand.
Oh, I
how
don't
Nav
understand it
has a
either.
career.
I don't understand it either.
Say that. That's actually amazing. Who
Like,
says that?
I've seen people. No one I personally
People
know has said it to
fuck
me.
with him.
like people,
No,
like you know, like
he does well. He does well.
he does. But why?
And good for him. But
Why
also,
does he do well?
yeah.
It's like it
Heard
seems
is
like
a nice cunt. Heard is a nice
I'm
cunt.
sure
I
it's
also,
lovely.
I was down at Paulson Street, like down near, what do you call
Yeah,
it?
Cherry Beach.
Cherry Beach.
Yeah.
I went there with my homie Connor. We were riding bikes. It was summertime. We were just literally chilling on that pier where Cabana is. Obviously, nothing was open. It was the middle of the day. And Nav was there with like three cunts shooting a video at the edge of the edge, going under the fence and like whatever the fuck. And like when he walked past, I'm like, "What's up, dude?" He's like, "Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?" He was
Okay.
like totally chill. He didn't give a fuck. He was totally down to say what's up. So sometimes he had the sunnies on. He looked like he was too cool for school, but he
he was
gave me a hell up and he gave me a response and a deuce. And I'm like, cool, man, word up. So
Okay.
I rate that a lot because he could have been like
A dick.
silent and a head nod. Or he could have said absolutely nothing. So
Could be
give me some signal. That's cool. I don't really like his music, but I thought that was a nice exchange. He could have told me to get fucked, mate.
Well, I won't elaborate any further since now we are Team Nav. Nav gang.
See, Nav,
gang. Let's
I've
go.
always loved Nav. I don't know what you guys talk
Always
about.
loved. I don't know what I was. Anyone who doesn't love Nav's a fucking dickhead.
I love Nav.
Dickhead. Fuck that. Nav gang. The
Oh my
fuck.
God.
Yeah.
All right, one more question, then we'll wrap this up, and we'll keep it like a little shorter. Then, which member of Wu-Tang is the most lyrical? We were discussing this on the text. What do you guys think?
It is Old Dirty Bastard. That's my answer locked in.
Well, I can't
That's my
really
answer locked in.
disagree with that.
Deal with that. How about that? No, it's definitely Jizza. That's my answer. Jizza's the best. He's the GOAT. He's incredible. He's just too good.
Who's the runner-up, real quick?
Method Man.
Okay,
How about that?
cool. Good one. Nosh, who you got?
Jizza and I'm trying to find what we said. I said it nicely in the text here. It was Jizza, Raekwon, and
Ghost. You said
Ghost.
Ghostface. Is what I said. Yeah. Also, Method Man would be right behind Ghostface, I think.
in that order. I think that's a fair order.
think
I would
so.
agree. Yeah, Jizza, Ray, Ghost, Meth.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Because like even as much as I like Meth, I think his likability is better than his actual rhyme skill. Is that what it
That's
is?
the take.
He's
That's the
very
take.
cool and he's a handsome cunt pause and he does the acting and he really excelled in that stuff. But like
Easily
yeah,
the
man.
coolest motherfucker in the whole shit. Like
The most marketable.
yeah, easily.
Right.
And he's kept relevant the whole time. Like
He did a
in,
lot
like,
of
large
R&B
way.
before Ghostface did.
He was the
Oh, wait.
he was the girl, the one appealing to the women with All I Need, even though it was a hard song. And they did the remix,
soft.
and Puff came in.
Soft bars.
It was a
They were hard bars. Was a soft.
no, it was a hard bars and a soft song. What did I say? A hard song.
Yeah.
It was like a top. How do I describe it? I don't know. Either way, it spoke. It worked. It spoke
worked
to the
hella.
dudes, like the rap fan, Wu-Tang fans, but it also
Yeah.
spoke to like the Mary J fans, like the R&B heads of like '95 or whatever it was.
Undy.
So it's like, yeah, okay, that's a good one. Good answers, boys. Good answers. So I like doing these at the end. I feel like it's like a mini lightning round where we ask questions like this, and we like I think we've done them in the thing where we're like the chips. I don't know if we talked about the chips on this one. That was one of them. Like, name if what's the best chip going, or something like, just like random questions. This is kind of cool because it's music, but like we could keep it. We could keep doing these and maybe try and aim for 2 to 3 little like quick questions at the end or some shit. Boom.
Go on then.
Let's do
let's do it.
Yeah, let's do the fummy, and then we'll wrap this little slut up and fucking put her to bed, mate. Grab that. Dogs. Dan, where can everyone find you online, mate?
Dan Johnson, Instagram, Twitter, and HTFGXMING on Instagram. I actually uploaded recently, so
good man. Go
check that shit out.
Like it. Follow
1.7k soon.
Let's go. Make it happen. Nosh.
Ow! At Notion Baby on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. NotionBeats.com. Got some new beats up there for rappers and singers. Fucking get a dog up here. At Notion MTB on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. But yeah, new videos, 8 videos up every week. Fucking just get so many dogs up here, mate. Like, I'm fucking out here, you know. Ride a bike, get fit, get some sunshine, get some vitamin D on your face, and have a good time. See Fizzy, cock out.
Boom. Hit me CWFOR on Instagram and Twitter, CWTMF for Facebook and TikTok. Guys, thank you for watching and listening. If you fucking enjoyed the episode, smash the thumbs up, hit subscribe below, hit the mother flipping notification bell.
Ding cunt.
So you know when all the new episodes drop. Follow us everywhere at The Movement Fam, of course, and Bad Habits Pod on Instagram. And, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, smash a 5 stars, follow, all that shit. We just made a high season network channel on Apple Podcasts. So it's actually got BOS and Bad Habits, the 2 podcasts for now as we expand the network, because there's going to be more pods to come in future. Guys, we'll see you in the next episode, mate. Fucking be good to one another.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate.
Get a cock up, yeah. Get a dog. Get a cock up. Get a dog. Kicking goals, cunt. Kicking goals, cunt. Kicking goals, you fat cunt. Yeah, not you a fat cunt, you're a healthy cunt. Cause you kicking goals. Yeah, catch ya. Catch ya, cunt.